I was taken from my home on Christmas Eve after an argument with my mom. I called her a bitch and said I wished she was dead. Mom had a bad heart, so I immediately regretted my words when she had to sit down, struggling to breathe. Mom's voice startled me. "It's upstairs." Mom, what's going on?" I cried out. I was violently yanked from my bed and dragged downstairs. Mom didn't move, speak, or try to help me when I was thrown into an unmarked white van. I wasn't alone. The girl, a frenzied blonde, was sobbing into her knees, while the guy, with shoddy curls hiding under a hood, was almost trance-like, his eyes half-lidded. We flew over a speed bump, and he leaned over as far as his restraints would let him. "Why did they do it to you?" he asked, his voice a low, almost sing-song hum. The boy tipped his head back. "ADHD, he said in a strangled sob. I didn't even know I had it. His lips curled into a sad smile. Dad's had breathing difficulties for a while now, so I should have seen this shit coming. My mom, the girl, spoke up in a wail. She's got a brain tumor. I opened my mouth to speak, but the van came to an abrupt stop. That was when the screams started, my companions both splintering from their facade once we were dragged out into the ice-cold air. The building in front of us was perfectly symmetrical. There was an entrance where I could see screaming teenagers being dragged through automatic doors and an exit, where adults walked back to their cars. I turned numb, my body and mind coming to a standstill when I was pulled into a clinical white ward that smelled of bleach. All I could hear was screaming. I was pulled away from the other two and into a small white room. I made the mistake of peering into another room, glimpsing a plastic curtain. Behind it, an arm hanging limp over the edge, the unmistakable pooling red seeping over stainless steel. I took the steps back, my heart in my throat. "Run!" A masked nurse grabbed me, her smile a little too wide. I was told to take a seat in the room parallel, and I did, trembling. "It's okay, Lucy," the nurse said softly. "Before you were born, your mother had a very unhealthy heart and took out let's call it an insurance policy, to activate whenever she wanted. In some instances, parents never decide to activate these policies growing attached to them." She reclined my chair, and something pinched my arm. "I can assure you, sweetie," she continued, her voice shaking while darkness speckled my vision. "This Christmas, your mommy is grateful for your brave sacrifice."